What if we told you there is an economy car from the 70s that could destroy even the fiercest muscle cars? And what if this seemingly small compact could run the quarter mile in under 12 seconds? This is the story behind the Baldwin Motion Vega, a car so rare and powerful it left everything else in the dust. This rare V8 economy car destroyed everyone. Let's find out why. First, let's start with the origins of this super rare car. Back in the 70s, General Motors aimed to create a small car that could compete with popular imports like the Volkswagen Beetle and the Toyota Corolla. The project took nearly a decade and about $200 million to bring to life. When the Chevrolet Vega finally hit the market, it was a big hit. Motor Trend named it the 1971 Car of the Year, and car and driver readers voted it Best Economy Sedan for 3 years in a row. At its peak, the Lordstown Assembly in Ohio is churning out a Vega every 36 seconds, producing over 2 million units in 6 years. Despite its initial success, the Vega had a lot of engineering problems. It was known for rusting easily and even catching on fire. These issues led to several recalls and design changes, but they couldn't save Vega's reputation. General Motors stopped making the Vega in 1977, but that wasn't the end for this car. It had some hidden potential that would only be discovered much later. In the custom car world, enthusiasts saw potential in the Vega and transformed it into a beast. One of the most famous transformations was with Baldwin Motion, who managed to fit a 454 cubic inch V8 engine to the Vega. This unusual pairing took Vega to a whole new level. Then came the Baldwin Motion partnership. For those who don't know about Baldwin Motion and their crazy, fast, dealer-built speed machines, let us fill you in. Motion Performance, a performance shop in Baldwin, New York, teamed up with Baldwin Chevrolet, a Chevy dealership in the same town. Baldwin Chevrolet provided the new Chevy cars, and Motion focused on making them insanely fast with complete engine swaps and more. This partnership allowed Motion to reach a wider, wealthier audience and even offer financing for their powerful cars. Motion created a range of tricked-out vehicles, including Camaros, Chevelles, and special edition Corvettes in the 1970s. But the true masterpiece of their creativity was their big block Vega. After that, we finally had the Vega transformation. The first generation pre-facelift Vega, made from 1970 to 1973, wasn't a bad-looking car. It looked like a smaller 1970 Camaro, but was more toned down. The Vega was built as a budget car for the masses with various inline four-cylinder engine options, but these four-cylinder engines weren't very fast. The Vega's real advantage was its rear-wheel drive, front-engine design, and lightweight of just 2,200 pounds, making it perfect for massive acceleration with a different engine. Once enthusiasts realized that, because of this, devoted drag racers began gutting these little Vegas and stuffing V8s under the hood, leading to some impressive quarter-mile performances. We're talking about 10-second runs, and with a wild enough setup, maybe even 9 seconds. Plus, the super-fast Vegas were still considered compact cars, meaning they had much cheaper insurance than other muscle cars of the time. That's when Baldwin Motion stepped in. Motion quickly jumped on the V8 Vega trend by offering their own turnkey V8 swap Vegas in various levels of craziness. These weren't just simple swap kits you could finish in your garage. Some of these V8 Vegas were delivered as monstrous machines, fully assembled and ready to roll. The turnkey Motion V8 Swap Vegas started at an MSRP of $4,000 for the most basic small block builds, which made them more expensive than a brand new Z28 Camaro at the time, priced around $3,500. But since Motion wasn't a big corporate entity that had to follow strict rules, it had the freedom to go all out with what they could do with a V8 Vega. It had some crazy engine options. For $4,000, you could get a base V8 swap Vega with a solid 350 engine. If you had an extra $5,000, you could upgrade to a Motion Phase 3 V8 Vega, which came standard with a 370 horsepower LT1 small block Chevy, one of the hottest engines in 1971. The Phase 3 also included performance upgrades like a 4-speed M22 Rock Crusher transmission, a 12-volt rear, and various suspension tweaks to improve traction. But it gets even crazier. Customers could spend even more to equip their Vega with a Ford 27, a 454 cubic inch big block Chevy. Fitting a big block into a Vega required major modifications, including cutting the bell housing area, custom mounts, and extra exhaust work that had to exit from the side. These 400 to 450 horsepower motors made the Vegas insanely fast in a straight line, although the extra weight up front did hurt their handling. What about the legend of the Motion Vega? One of the most legendary Baldwin Motion Vegas was a 454-powered beast. When CarCraft published an article in 1974 titled "King Kong Lives on Long Island," it caught the attention of the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA. Rachel Rosen, the genius behind Motion, received a cease and desist order to stop building new cars with non-factory powertrains. This order, enforced by the Department of Justice, aimed to crack down on illegal, unsafe, and heavily modified high-performance cars. This was terrible for the Motion Vega. To comply, Rosen paid a $500 fine and agreed to the EPA in DOJ's terms. While Motion continued to build and market their ultra-high-performance Chevys, all future vehicles had to be special ordered for export or for off-road use only. Then, it was the end of an era. Even with these restrictions, the Motion Vega left a lasting legacy. The Vega was never to house a 454 V8 engine. Most factory models had modest inline-4 engines, and even the most powerful versions never went beyond a small block V8. The aftermarket and hot rod community loved pushing boundaries. Baldwin Motion took their V8 Vega to the next level. Fitting a 454 V8 into a Vega required major changes, altering the engine bay, reinforcing the chassis, creating new motor mounts, and replacing the stock transmission and drivetrain with heavy-duty versions. These modifications showed a level of creativity and engineering skill that few custom builders could match. But what about its racing legacy? When the Vega was first put together for a special showing to CarCraft, it was said the car could cross the quarter-mile marker in under 11 seconds. This was impressive for a car originally designed as an economy sedan. The extra weight and power made it tricky to handle, but it also gave the car a real bite. McGonigal from CarCraft described the Vega as a beast that could snap your neck at the next traffic light if you weren't careful. The Motion Vegas modifications, like the saddle-type front engine mount and the repositioned tubular crossmember, were innovations that let the car handle the massive power of the 454 V8. Even though the prototype was put together quickly, it showed the potential of what could have been a revolutionary car for Chevrolet. What kind of future could this super rare car have had? Many top car magazines of the 70s believed the modifications done on the Vega could have saved it from its downfall. They saw the potential for the Vega to become the car that the $200 million investment should have created. Baldwin Motion's idea of putting a V8 into the Vega was seen as revolutionary, and the performance was nothing short of spectacular. While the exact number of custom builds like the Baldwin Motion Vega isn't known, it's clear that many car enthusiasts wanted a taste of this beast. The Vega 454 V8 was never a factory-produced model, but its potential undeniable. It showed that with the right vision and expertise, even a car with a bad reputation could be turned into a legend. And there you have it, the story of the rare V8 economy car that destroyed everyone. The Baldwin Motion Vega is a perfect example of car enthusiasts' creativity and ingenuity, turning a simple idea into a powerful reality. If you ever get the chance to ride one of these beasts, you'll see why it made such a lasting impact in the automotive world. What part of this rare car story did you find the most interesting? Let us know in the comments below. And if you liked learning about the rare V8 economy car that's remembered even today, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.